Hey, I am here with two of our buyer agents in here, Derek and PJ, and we're going to just do some fundamental questions on the buyer side because sometimes buyers just want to know what those things are in terms of as they're getting ready. So, first question. So, we've heard of contingencies in contracts. Sometimes you can get contingencies, sometimes you can. So what are the typical kind of contingencies that you're seeing in some of the offers that you're writing right now?
So there are three contingencies in a contract. So there are financing contingency, appraisal, and the home inspection.
Yep, good. And then when a buyer is going through this buying process, PJ, sometimes buyers want to get out of a contract because something happened. Mm-hmm. So if the appraisal comes in low, what happens in the contract? Can a buyer get out of the contract?
Yes, they can.
But what if the seller is willing to lower the price to the appraised price?
So if that's the case, if they negotiate a price with the seller, they won't need to back out because it's already agreed with
so
the
they've
seller.
come to agreement on that too.
Exactly.
Home inspection contingency here. So can a buyer cancel the contract after the home inspection is done?
They could. They can get out of it if something happens during the home inspection that they're not happy with and they can't come to an agreement with the sellers, then they could back out of that contract.
On those repair items.
Right.
Now,
exactly.
there are different kind of home inspection contingencies, Derek, right?
Yes. So there are two types of home inspections. So one is negotiate repairs or void only, and the other one is just the informative inspection with void only. So the first one is the negotiate with repairs. So as the buyers do a home inspection and they go through what needs to be repaired and they can't negotiate a repair with the seller, if that's the case, then the buyer can back out of a contract and have their earnest money deposit received.
So that's just coming to agreement. Just coming together to agreement with buyer and seller when there's some questions makes a big difference. So settlement dates. How long are you seeing settlements taking? Do sellers have to move out in 2 weeks? Can they have longer?
So a typical settlement date is 21 to 30 days after ratification. However, if you needed a longer period of time, you could do a rent back. So that would be the post-occupancy agreement with the sellers.
So during that post-occupancy or rent back period, Derek, are sellers getting to live there free? Do they have to pay anything? What does that look like?
So really there are two options. So if it's in a very competitive standpoint, the sellers and the buyers will just let the seller stay in their homes for free. If not, if they're not in a very competitive position, the buyers will let the seller pay for the amount that they're staying.
Yeah, so if it's like competitive multiple offers, sometimes buyers will offer a post-occupancy fee free. Yeah, I understand that too. So we use a term called EMD deposit or earnest money deposit. What is that, PJ, and how much is it usually?
So an earnest money deposit is your good faith deposit to the sellers. So when you're writing a contract, you typically want to offer 2 to 3% for the EMD.
So if you're buying $1 million house, 2%, $20,000, 3%, $30,000.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, if you're competing with 10 offers, how much are you putting as an earnest money deposit?
So most of the buyers, like we discussed, that they are going at least 2 to 3%. And if you are competing, it'll be better that you are going over 3% just to show the seller that you are competitive and that you do want the home.
Awesome. Well, this has been really good. Just some basic questions that I think we all assume that we know and buyers know, but it's just good to kind of outlay it and hear from you who are out there selling houses every weekend. Thank you for spending a couple minutes with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.